In our last video, we have built our first real machine learning model, a decision tree, and watched it hit around 96% accuracy identifying flower species just by asking right yes and no questions. Today we are going under the hood of the algorithm. What is actually running inside almost every headline AI system which you have heard of, like image recognition system, chat GPT, self-driving cars, and many others. That is neural networks. By the end of this video, you won't just know what is neural network, but you will build one, trained it and watched it learn to read handwritten digits, and you will understand how it actually learns. Now the question arises, why a machine learning algorithm like decision tree or KNN is not enough. In step 6, our decision tree algorithm flower works because we have a handful of clean and structured measurements like petal length, petal width, and good yes no questions which we can easily identify, and we were able to easily separate the different species. Now imagine a new task. Look at this image. Tell me if it is a 4 or 9. Now the second image. This is 4 or 9. These images were taken from MNIST dataset. We will discuss about this dataset in detail later in this video. Let's first understand the images. These images are 28 by 28 grid, means 784 numbers, one for every pixel. What yes or no question could you possibly write? How many yes and no questions you could possibly write? If pixel number, let's say, we can say 400 is dark here or light, but machine learning algorithm tell you almost nothing on its own. The pattern that makes a 4 isn't in a single pixel, but hundred of pixels relate to each other at once. This is exactly the kind of problem decision tree and other machine learning algorithms struggle with, and exactly the kind of problem neural networks are built for. A neural network is built from tiny units called neurons. Neuron is a neural network, mirrors the biological neuron. Here, inputs get multiplied by weights and sum, then an activation function decide whether to pass a single forward or not. Same for jobs as neuron in our human mind do: receive, combine, decide, and pass on. Here is the anatomy of single neuron. Each neuron works in 3 steps. First, it takes some numbers, multiplies each one by a weight. Weight is a number that says how important that input number is. Then adds them all up, add one more adjustable number called a bias, and passes the result through a small activation function that decides how strongly to fire. Think of a single neuron like a tiny voter looking at evidence. It does not decide anything on its own, but it casts a weighted opinion. Weights are defined for the neurons to define their weighted opinion. Stack enough of these voters together in layers and something remarkable happens. The network as a whole can learn to recognize the pattern far too complex and far too big data for any single yes or no rule. That's it. That's the magic. Weighted votes stacked in layers, adjusted until they get good at the task. Let's look at the structure we are going to build today. It consists of 3 layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Let's understand the neural network architecture from MNIST dataset context. An input layer, one neuron for every pixel in our image. So 784 of them just passing in the raw data. 2 hidden layers. This is where the real pattern detection happens. Early neurons might learn to notice edge or curves. Later one combines those into loops, lines, corners, the building blocks of a digit. And an output layer, that is 10 neurons, one for each digit, 0 to 9. Whichever one fires the strongest is the network's guess. And here where the word deep comes in from in deep learning, which simply means a network with several hidden layers on top of each other. each one learning slightly more complex pattern than the last two. Don't get overwhelmed by these concepts. I know these are relatively new and many new terms and architecture are introduced in this video. Stop right here and try to understand this concept, might be 3, 4, 5 times by yourself by re-watching the video, that part of the video again and again. So here is a part of video everyone wants to understand. How does a neural network actually learn? Try to understand it in detail. You can watch it in multiple times. There are 4 steps repeated thousand of times in a neural network. Number 1, forward pass. The network takes an image, makes a guess, for now a bad one, since every weight start out at random. Second, loss. We compare that guess to the real answer and calculate a number that say exactly how wrong it was. That is called the loss. Third is backpropagation. This is the clever part. The network sends the error signal backwards, layer by layer, working out exactly how much each individual weight contributed to the mistake. Fourth is gradient descent. Every weight gets nudged just slightly in the direction that would have reduced the error. This is the iterative process until the loss is minimized. So, idea of neural network is to minimizing the loss and identify the correct weights so that we get the minimum error while training the neural network, and we can predict the data accurately. Then this same 4-step process repeats on next image and the next thousand of times per second across an entire data set, again and again, across what we call epoch. In one epoch, all the data set is gone through this learning loop once, that is called as one epoch, and there are many epochs are run in a neural network to get the desired result. There is no understanding, no intuition, just relentless mechanical trial, error, and tiny correction at a scale, at a speed. No human can ever do it by hand. That is quietly, literally, how machine learns. That is neural network. Let's build a neural network and deep learning model on MNIST dataset. Let's first understand what is MNIST dataset. MNIST dataset is a dataset of handwritten digits with 70,000 images in it, in which 60,000 are used for training purpose and 10,000 are used for testing purpose. Each handwritten digit is a 28 by 28 pixel grayscale image labeled between 0 to 9. It is like a hello world of deep learning. We are going to use TensorFlow and Keras to train our neural network. Here are the few examples of handwritten digits in MNIST dataset. So we have imported TensorFlow and Keras framework to train the neural network here. You can see we are using train and test data splitting from sklearn library, scikit-learn, same 80 to 20% ratio, and we have used stratify parameter as well for the balanced data set. Here is a sample of the images shown 7, 5, 3, 4, 8, just messy raw handwritten digits. No clear pattern like we have seen in the petal measurement. And simple machine learning algorithms struggle to take decision on this. So now we are building the network. Pixel values are ranged from 0 to 255. First, we are normalizing the data here. We scale down everything to 0 to 1. Now we are defining the network in Keras. In neural network, it is a stack of layers, top to bottom, in the exact order flows through them. Like first, it is taking input layer, then our hidden layer we are talking about. We are using activation function as ReLU here. There are, we are here discussing about basic, like there are many activation functions, ReLU, softmax, sigmoid, and similarly there are many optimizer also. We have discussed here about gradient descent only. There are optimizer, ADA boost, ADA delta, ADA guard. There are many optimizers are available, so you can use different optimizer to check your results as well. We are defining here simple. Next, the next layer, where output layer, because our output is of size 10 neurons, and activation here we use is softmax, and optimizer here is used Adam, and loss is cross entropy, because here we have output size of 10. Then we are running this model, sequential model. You can see the number of parameters included at every layer. We are giving input with a shape 28 by 28, that means 784. Then we have defined hidden layer of 128. So here the shape is 128, but parameters have reached to the level 1,480. Output we have parameters 10 only, and parameters have reduced to 1290. To see in this simple dataset, this is the hello world dataset for neural networks. There are so many parameters include. So imagine in the more complex situations like recommender system and LLMs, how many parameters we work on. So all the four steps which we have learned, like forward pass, loss, back propagation, and adjustment, Keras run it automatically. In code it looks very simple, 3-4 lines of code. Just you can get this code anywhere, internet, it is easily available, but you need to understand the mathematics behind the thinking behind the neural networks and deep learning, all these concepts. Otherwise you will not able to identify which in which situation which combination works best according to the requirement. You need to learn the basic concept so that you can extract the best performing parameters for your case. So see here, we have run the 5 epochs only, and it's giving train accuracy of 96% and validation accuracy of 93%. With every epoch, if you see, the accuracy has been improved. Might be if we go further, accuracy will improve further for next few epochs. You can feel like that we can set epochs to 100, but after some certain stage there is a saturation, there might be loss in the accuracy, like we seen in the last video as well. While we training our decision tree classifier, if we set max depth to 3, then we get the accuracy of 96%. But when we set the max depth to infinite, then the accuracy drops down to 93%. So we need, this is hit and trial, and we need to identify which works best according to our requirement and model. So here if we test it on the test dataset which we have split it at the starting, the accuracy comes out to be 92.90. If you see here, we have used only one hidden layer, but if you increase the number of hidden layers in this situation, then accuracy might be increased by 97 to 98%. This is a Jupyter notebook I have uploaded in my GitHub. You can download it from there, and you can try with various possibilities by increasing the epochs, by increasing the number of parameters, by increasing number of hidden layers, and you can work around, play with this data set. This is the basic data set, and once you understand the concept, then move on to next data set only. So here is the prediction. If we see, these are actually correctly predicted. 9 is predicted as 9, but we can see through our eyes, and what is actually predicted here, 2 as 2, 5 as 5, 3 and 3. Let's draw a plot how it learned over time. Plot shape defines every deep learning practitioner look at first. The train accuracy versus validation accuracy. Change in epoch. If you see, training accuracy once rose very high after first epoch, but the validation accuracy come to a saturation, almost saturation point after 4 epochs. If you ever see training accuracy climb while validation accuracy actually flattens or drops, stop right there, because that is exact overfitting pattern. This is your judgment where to stop and where to keep increasing the number of epochs. Here's the part I want to sit with for a second. What you just built, an input layer, hidden layer doing pattern detection, and output layer making a decision, trained through forward pass, loss function, back propagation and gradient descent. It is not a Troy version, it is a real AI. It is the same fundamental architecture, just scaled up massively. Behind every image recognition system, recommendation system, and large language models or self-driving cars. More layers, more neurons, unimaginable more data, but the same four-step loop we just watched with our own eyes. So keep on trying with various numbers of hidden layers, more number of epochs, different optimizer, different activation functions. You can hit and trial on your own by downloading the Jupyter Notebook on my GitHub. You didn't just learn a definition today, you built the real thing at a size you could actually understand. So this is a 5-step roadmap for neural network and deep learning. First, understand why machine learning algorithms fail on pixel data. 784 numbers per image, that is MNIST digits. Second, understanding the neural itself and role of weights, bias and activation function, and also optimizers. Third, understand neural network anatomy, input layer, hidden layers and output layers, and what deep in deep learning means. Fourth, understand and explore the learning loop, forward pass, loss propagation and gradient descent. And fifth, actually building and training the model in Keras on 60,000 digits, reaching roughly 97 to 98% accuracy, and try modeling the neural network with different number of hidden layers and epochs to improve the performance of the model. I have posted a detailed article breaking down today's topic on datasciencehorizon.com, and you can also download the notebook from my GitHub. I have mentioned the link of both in the description box. Try by yourself, add a second hidden layer, train for more epochs, see how much further you can push the accuracy. If this is the video where neural networks finally clicked for you, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for step 8, natural language processing and computer vision, and follow Data Science Horizon so you don't miss either one.